All right, here it is, the last video. You ready?
We're out of that hellhole of a lab zone, and now we've got a glowy bit attached to our butt.
Yeah, that's the vaccine. We cannot get rid of the vaccine.
Well, no, it's gotta stick to your butt.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of inventory management.
Although, frankly, I don't think this is a world in which we want a glow-in-the-dark ass.
No, that... Oh man, those shadows.
Yeah. Oh, that is too many goodies to pick up. This is, concerning.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what reason they could have for just showering us with goodies. I'm sure it's probably nothing.
Oh, hey, another high grade. Hope you made Magnum.
There is a non-zero chance I made Magnum ammo. I think I had 3 before that jump cut.
Good.
We're gonna want as much Magnum ammo as we can get coming up.
Yeah, that's not an ominous thing to say at all. Ooh, potent solvents. I love potent solvents.
Anything in the vat will be completely dissolved and ready for disposal. Okay, let's make sure not to be in the vat when that happens. If a test subject reacts violently, do not halt the disposal process.
What in God's name is this?
Always wear appropriate PPE.
I really gotta question what prompted that last message on that note there. Maybe it's better we don't know.
I don't know, I'm concerned that Jill is getting closer to this vat without putting on a pair of safety goggles, though.
Look, if the game wanted us to have them, they would have left some in the other room there. Now this guy, he probably could use a pair too.
But he's got no eyes.
That doesn't mean he couldn't do with some protection on his face.
Ugh. Oh, that was a solid hit to the back.
Oh, what do we have here?
Nikolai, don't! The city needs that vaccine!
More than I do. I don't think the wisdom I've been trying to impart on you is getting through. Now, I know you can't put a price on life. But I'm in this business to get paid. So let's make a deal. You go down there, battle the Nemesis, and I'll recall it all and sell the combat art. Put on a good show, and maybe I don't need the vaccine. Agreed? Good.
You know, I could be wrong, but I think he's a bad guy.
That's crazy talk.
Oh, what a weird transition the game just did there that definitely wasn't editing.
Anyway, here's the third Nemesis fight. There's gonna be a bunch of goodies around the arena too if you need to restock. But yeah, we don't really have many options other than just shoot him a bunch right now. So let's do that.
Shoot him a bunch and also get smacked by him a bunch.
Maybe be good at witch time too. That usually helps.
Oh, hey,
Like
you did it! We got that slow motion viscera.
Jill, is that you?
Carlos?
You're okay. Let me spot for you.
Good idea.
Okay, now that we're on phase 2, Nemesis is going straight to deafening us, apparently.
I feel like he could have tried that sooner.
Probably.
Not to criticize the unstoppable killing machine that's trying to kill us, but
Watch it, you've got company!
So Nemesis is gonna do the thing where he runs around the arena again, and this time they're just gonna be zombies in the Coliseum with us.
He's hiding behind tank 6!
He'll stop behind certain tanks. Carlos will tell you which ones,
Now! Rip that fucker!
and it's on you to shoot the red glowy spots to coax him out. I'm not actually sure if you can do the same trick from Nemesis 2 here, where you interrupt him with mine rounds, because, you know, I ran out of mine rounds. But maybe you can.
it would be interesting to see. Also,
Here comes some more!
so why is the vat meant to be filled with potent solvents also surrounded by transformers?
Maybe a lot of power is needed to
Behind number 1!
to power the thing? I don't actually know. No one ever said Umbrella was good at following OSHA compliance.
Questionable ethics and questionable engineering on top of that, jeez.
Anyway, yeah. Phase 2 of this fight isn't too bad, really. Just make sure you don't get ganked by like the zombies on the field.
Got some more incoming!
But you know, you should have plenty of shotgun ammo to dispatch them with.
Number 2!
I think we can see that, Carlos.
Hey, what did I say about getting ganked?
Yeah, good job, Jill, and totally not Argate, but definitely Jill.
I'll take it.
Thanks to that guy, we apparently missed Carlos doing some actual support. Let me rephrase that. Doing support that is more than spotting us.
Here comes some more! Behind you!
Oh,
Yeah, sometimes we'll just do that instead.
ooh, that was... You got him in the wiggly bit that poked out with the Magnum. That was a good shot. Oh.
Yeah, I figured when the... Oh, he died.
Oh?
Here comes a crane. Use it to climb up.
That cutscene couldn't have kicked in a couple of seconds sooner?
Come on. Come on.
Jill, get back!
This seems familiar.
Now get on!
Yeah, no, it seems totally unique to me. Climbing on top of the giant thing that just railed the big chase man.
I'm gonna melt this fucker into mush.
And here's the solvent.
Yeah, it does look potent.
Okay, Carlos, he's reacting poorly. Do not stop the treatment. How much was the recommended amount for a specimen of his size?
Okay, I'll meet you up ahead.
It was probably more than that.
Nikolai, where did you go?
Oh, look at that. They give it away with the question mark.
Yeah, that's could have been written a little better, I think. Oh well.
I have to get that vaccine back.
So we can't go back to the vat over there, in case anyone had any funny ideas.
I mean, I'm okay with not taking a swim in potent solvents.
I feel like if this were a Kojima game, you might have that option.
This thing is totally rad.
Just give him the finger. It does require multiple power sources, though.
Yeah, the note is telling the truth. It is totally rad.
Hell yeah, it is. Anyway, another supply room with more goodies. Supply rooms tend to have goodies.
This one didn't
Another
have
place
as much as the first one, though.
Yeah. This is really just a place to catch your breath, admire your pair of bolt cutters, you know.
Why do you have a couple of them anyway?
One of the post game unlocks is early bolt cutters, which puts them in your item box, but doesn't actually do anything about the ones you get as part of the main progression.
Right, right.
It's done. Give me the vaccine, you greedy son of a bitch.
No. You print money. I like money. We shall make ours an ongoing arrangement. Now drop the gun!
Oh. Oh.
Well, that's not pretty.
Have you ever seen anything so incredible?
I'm not sure that's the right word for it.
This would be worth millions. But, you know how it is. City's about to explode, and you can't put a price on life. Good luck!
Nikolai!
Jill!
Go after Nikolai! He's got the vaccine!
What about you?
We're running out of time. I've got this.
I know you do.
Look, just so you know, this is the last fucking time.
So, just like she says, this is the final encounter with Nemesis. And if that note was a big enough clue, here's how we deal with him.
You know, that thing's gotta be heavy as shit.
And, you know, she's just casually picks it up. No big deal. Swings it around.
Cooldown in progress. Please reactivate power sources.
Uh-oh, that one's jammed.
Damn, it needs power.
I like that she puts it back right on the rail.
Felt that, did you? How about some more?
Anyway, Nemesis here is gonna be doing everything he can to make sure we can't push in the power cylinders. So to get him to knock it off, we have to pop his big blobby tumors.
Just pop some nasty, Yeah, you know, I don't know what the right word for those are.
I feel like tumor is a good word. But it'll put him down for long enough so that you can get at least 2 of them pushed in, I think.
1 power source remaining.
I'm told this fight is a bitch on the harder difficulties because he could basically either one-shot you or just stun lock you to death.
Oh, fun.
It's one of those things where it's like, you gotta get real good at which time.
I wonder if STARS members have to do a lot of strength training. Maybe that's why she's so beefy.
Well, you know, she did have to keep up with Chris.
Oh.
But yeah, on normal, this fight isn't too bad, really. It's not that hard. It's one phase. On harder difficulties, though, good luck with that.
Good riddance.
Oh, that rules, though.
It's rad as shit. Although this would have been a great place for Jill to drop the classic I'll give you stars line. And yeah, there's some goodies around the side if you need them. Some hand grenades if you want to use those to pop the polyps.
Yeah, polyp that's a good one. Ugh. And having to walk through the hole you made is a bit... That's nasty.
You actually don't walk through the hole.
Well, you did walk through the hole you made in order to get to that little side path.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yes, you do have to walk through the vacant Nemesis carcass, but the way forward is the ladder, not the big hole in the wall.
I didn't specify which hole.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, yeah, there's a whole lot of supplies here if you find yourself in need. Probably more relevant on the harder difficulties.
Yeah, because this was pretty painless.
Yeah, like I wasn't really feeling the squeeze on ammo at all when Jill was in the hot seat. So, surprise, surprise, whoever this client is who's trying to stab Umbrella in the back is collecting 2 paychecks.
Can't let Nikolai get away with that vaccine.
This looks oddly familiar.
This looks totally unique to me. Just gonna do a lap to make sure there's no like documents or anything back here.
I can still catch him.
Okay, no supplies, so this is probably fine.
Oh no.
Totally fine. Yep.
You're not going to stop. Promised you this, didn't I?
No! Do you have any idea what you've just done?
No, don't care. My client ordered me to reduce Umbrella to rubber.
10 minutes until missile
Ah.
impact.
The missile has launched. And that is my cue. Goodbye, Miss Valentine. Shame you didn't listen to me when you had the chance.
Jill! Shoot him!
I can't! I'll hit you!
Do it! You have to! There's no other way. Take this!
Carlos!
Hey, I told you I couldn't leave you in a Carlos's world. That would just be too cruel. What about him?
Why'd you do it?
There's a price tag for everything. Even letting the world burn.
Who are you working for?
I'll tell you if you get me out of here. I'll pay you whatever you want. You're a fool. You're a fool! If I die, you'll never find out the truth.
I don't mind a little detective work.
So the thing I don't get about there being a price for letting the world burn is that if the world is burned, then there's nothing to spend money on.
Yeah, I never understood that. It's like,
There it is.
what is there to do after you let the world burn? Like, if you're still there, like, what are you doing? Why are you there?
Like, is he going on a great journey to empty every vending machine and that didn't burn down? But, like, you don't need money to do that if the world's burned. You just need something heavy and strong enough to break the glass on the display.
It's finally over.
So long, Marcy.
Or maybe he's going to, like, find a really good power generator and then take it around to all the grocery stores that still have those quarter-op, like, horsies in front. He's got to ride every single one of those.
I feel like at that point you could just like break the coin return on those machines and just cycle those quarters in forever.
I decided then and there
Shit.
the ashes of Raccoon City would be Umbrella's ashes too. I would end
There's got to be some automated coin-op thing that you can't just break into.
So that's it. That's the Resident Evil 3 remake. It's fine on its own terms. Like, it's a pretty decent action horror game. Like, it plays great, it looks great. It just kind of has a lot to live up to as the follow-up to the Resident Evil 2 remake.
It doesn't quite make it under the limbo bar. It just kind of awkwardly stumbles into the bar and pushes it off of the... Or maybe it doesn't quite high jump over the high jump bar. This analogy's going nowhere, I'm sorry.
In a lot of ways, that does make it the perfect remake of Resident Evil 3, because I do believe that the original Resident Evil 3 Nemesis also had some major shoes to fill that it didn't quite catch.
A pair of shoes one size too large. I'm sorry, Resident Evil 3, you're good, but you're not that good.
Yeah, like, it's a
a
good game in its own right. It's just it's a Resident Evil 2 in both iterations is a super hard act to follow. Like, I did originally want to do this LP like 2 years ago when the game, or before the game actually came out. Then I actually played it and it didn't really speak to me all that much. My expectations were really high after Resident Evil 2.
Oof.
I came back to it a year later to see if my opinions would have been different after having not played Resident Evil 2 for a couple years, and they were better. But, you know.
Still, though.
This game definitely feels a lot smaller in scope, and it really doesn't help that this was basically it for the Resident Evil 3 remake experience. Like,
Yeah.
unless you like optimizing your runs and going for different like challenge runs or harder difficulties, that's it. There was no post-launch support or anything, which is a really weird thing that to want. But like, we didn't even get like like the ghost survivors from Resident Evil 2. Like, nothing like that.
And this is one of the few games where we can't really point at, oh, well, COVID, to kind of excuse any shortcomings, because this basically released at the same time COVID started. Better, like, more or less. I know, it's just really weird that the remake of the game that introduced Mercenaries mode didn't even... Like, I was really hoping for some sort of Mercenaries content, and we got nothing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't, or if that was on the docket for this remake at all. I feel like it should have been.
Yeah, it absolutely should have been.
We didn't. Resident Evil wouldn't see a proper return to Mercenaries mode until Village, the following year.
Yeah. And even then, Village's Mercenaries mode called back to, the more familiar Mercenaries mode that we know today. I would have figured RE3 makes Mercenaries mode would have been a more faithful callback to, like, how it started. It was,
Yeah, it was less of a score attack kind of... Well, I mean, I guess it was still kind of score attack, but instead of fighting off a horde, you're trying to get to the end of a map, right?
Yeah, and I think it had, like, survivors you had to rescue? Like, imagine Tofu mode, but with survivors to... Well, Tofu mode from RE2 make, but also with survivors to rescue along the way.
You know, you could probably say this... It's an iteration on Tofu mode in general, because I think the remake Tofu mode is pretty faithful to the original.
Or maybe, no, I was thinking of the hunk mode then. The one that's its own separate little thing instead of just playing as a tofu during the main game.
I wish Tofu mode were that, but Tofu mode is hunk mode, just as...
okay, no, then I did remember it correctly. Right, so that was what was different from the original RE2, was that 2 Makes Tofu was just the hunk mode, but with tofu instead of hunk. Now, I'm pretty sure the original Tofu was like a full campaign.
No, I'm pretty sure it was still the hunk mode.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
Ah, well. Well, it's getting away from my point that, holy crap, how did you guys not do anything with Mercenaries mode when original RE3 is the one that started it?
I could not tell you.
And, like, this game does have unlockables and goodies, but there's so few of them.
Yeah, it's, like, aside from, like, some of the weapons that I'm sure you guys have picked up on in my item box, like, it's mostly cosmetic stuff, and sure, it's fun running around in the Star, or Jill's Stars uniform, or her classic outfit. But that only gets you so far in terms of, like, replayability.
Yeah.
Like, as far as replay value for this game goes, I think the campaign itself is actually pretty tightly designed, that a lot of fun can be had from just, like, mastering runs and just going for a perfect play. But if you're not really into that, there's not a whole lot of variety.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing where, like, even I never bothered, like, just kind of popping back in to check out the unlockable weaponry. Like, I always kind of sat there wondering, what's the hot dogger like? But I never went in to use the hot dogger. You're gonna have to show us what dogging some hots is like, because I missed that boat entirely. Huh, so she took the busted vial with her. Also, oof, C rank. Oof.
Yeah, I mean, if I were playing more carefully and I didn't get ganked by zombies or whatever happened, I probably could have done better.
Oof, C rank.
Oh well. So yeah, that's it for the main campaign. After this, there is going to be at least a short video showing off some of the unlockable stuff, like the hot dogger.
The hot dogger. You know, if CJakes were here, I think he would say it's alright that you got a C rank. Getting a C rank means you pushed through the difficulties and saw the game to its end. And that's always admirable.
Yeah.
Although that's just my best guess. As for me, I'm gonna stick to making fun of you for getting a C rank. Oof.
It's fine. I could probably do better if I remembered what I was doing. Like, I think I did not practice this run at all. This was like the third time I've played this game, as opposed to Resident Evil 2 Remake, where I had a very detailed set of notes just on telling me what to do, where to go.
You know, 3 playthroughs of this game is 2 more playthroughs than I did.
Yeah, it's a lot more than I think a lot of people gave this game.
I don't know, it's just unfortunate. Game could have been so much more, and what we got is good, but
It just kind of feels like a lot of missed potential.
Good thing I made it back onto the streets. Liquidy? Argate? Anybody? Oh well, guess I'm walking. Wait a second. Isn't Resident Evil 3 a prequel to Resident Evil 2? Huh? Oh